We have been long planning for this exhibition. Last year we signed the MOU and then we started the work. Our colleagues and the colleagues from Kazakhstan National Museum, we have a meeting almost once a week. And after 6 months, we finally managed to put on this exhibition.
This is a huge project. So many people are looking forward to it.
Yes, 1,000 square meters, 145 artifacts. That's the biggest exhibition we have ever held overseas.
Wow, congratulations. You know, Mr. Director, I saw the advertisement for this exhibition on the Kazakh National Carrier magazine.
You mean a flight magazine?
Yeah, exactly. When
Oh,
I was on
really?
my way over here, yes.
Still, Kazakhstan people are really very good at the commercials.
They're great partners, yes.
Yes.
So tell us more about this exhibition.
Now we are already working on the Silk Road.
Wow, I'm ready for this.
I'm showing you textiles from the Silk Road.
Oh,
Can you find a pair of lovely lion, a pair of elephants on it?
I can. Actually, the lions are here. They're so cute, though.
Yes, very
Looking
cute.
like baby lions.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Have you found the camel?
The camels are here
Yes.
with a little figurine,
So
right?
on this fragment
And the
of
elephants?
silk, yeah, we can find 3 kinds of animals.
One could tell it's almost like a crossroad of cultures and geography. So
Yes.
many animals coming from different terrains coming together. This is from where? Beizhou Dynasty.
Yes, about the 5th century to 6th century.
Amazing. Look at that. And they're so well protected.
Yes, quite well conserved.
Yeah. And this one?
You can find a tree that is the life tree, and on each side there is a Pegasus,
Yes, I
horse with wings.
get. Right. And here in Astana, there is the tree of life as well. In
Yes,
the middle
of
of
course.
the
That's
city.
why we choose this as
Oh,
exhibition.
just to coincide with it. Wow, very nice. And these are also ancient silks.
Yes, of Tang Dynasty.
Oh.
The pattern are a pair of goats.
Oh, look at them.
Yes,
So
very lovely.
cute. Looking at each other, just like that. And these are also from the Tang Dynasty?
Yes, also the same time a swan with a silk ribbon in its beak.
Look at that. So now we only use dragons and phoenix. At that time, swans.
Yes, sounds more fashionable. Dragon
That's a
robot
big
is
one.
for emperors, but look at the size. It must be for prince
Small
of
one.
19th century.
Wow. Just look at all the
The
embroideries
needlework.
on the silk. I understand this is a replica of ancient silk, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
How many years ago?
4,000 more than.
Wow. And here?
So have a look at the turtle bone. We
Yes.
usually find old Chinese characters on them, but now you can find the mulberry leaf and a silkworm. Yeah,
Oh, right here.
very clear.
So cute.
Very. Weaving looms of the 2nd century were very complicated. You can see the wood frames. Those wood frames record the program of the loom, just
Right.
like modern computers.
So it's very complex, right?
But it's also quite simple. Things 1 and 0 makes everything in computer.
I see.
And the vertical wise and the horizon wise threads makes every pattern in the weaving looms.
Wow, just think about how they came up with this idea, right?
Yeah, our ancestors are very clever.
I'm sure they are.
They are. Although silk is very old, but in this time,
Yeah.
designers are making new fashion with silk.
I see. Very unique. Elegant.
Very unique. You see their color.
Yeah.
Since this exhibition marks the opening of China Tourism Year, we think silk is the landscape we are wearing.
That's nice. I love that. And this is special, isn't it?
Yes. You see, textiles of the Silk Road. Designers are still using them now on fashion.
Oh,
You see the sleeve?
Yes.
The patterns is the same
it's
on the
coming
old
from there.
textile.
Wow. Okay, I got it.
new garment, but a pattern of 1,000 years.
Wow, that's a combination. And these are, of course, also
same,
very
you can
unique.
find there are two persons
Yeah,
drinking together on the pattern.
I see that over here. Nice.
And you can find they are in meditation.
Wow. Yeah, they are. So you got chatting,
Chatting,
cheering,
cheering,
meditation, and cheering again.
the same, drinking.
That's cute.
Yeah.
So it's a different world.
It's quite different. We are building a Silk Road restaurant and shop.
Oh, this is a bazaar of the ancient Xi'an city.
It's a bazaar of ancient Xi'an.
I see. Quite fun. You got restaurants and also the stalls.
Yes, have a look at those snacks here.
Wow!
They are also from the Silk Road.
Dried fruit.
Have one, please.
Oh, it's real?
Help yourself. Delicious.
Very good. Did you buy it in Xinjiang or here?
Yeah, all from Silk Road.
At the end of the exhibition, will all of these things gone?
Yeah, I hope so.
That's a good spirit. In Kazakhstan, the exhibition has been warmly received by the public since it opened during the China Central Asia Summit. I also had the opportunity, after looking at the exhibition, talking to the director of the National Museum of Kazakhstan as well. From shared history along the ancient Silk Road to modern vibrant exchanges, their stories reflect how culture continues to weave the two nations closer together. Mr. Director, good to see you. Thank you for the hospitality of hosting us. The exhibition on silk and the Silk Road was absolutely impressive. I was at the exhibition totally intoxicated by the history and the modern link. Tell us more about your thoughts on the significance of this exchange.
В декабре прошлого года я был в городе Ханчжоу.
In December of last year, I visited Hangzhou at the invitation of the National Silk Museum. I was amazed by the 5,000-year history of silk production. What's even more impressive is that silk remains relevant, not just in China, but across the world. That's why we felt it was important to share this history with our own people. I'm grateful to our colleagues from the Chinese National Silk Museum for organizing and bringing these exhibits here, which will now be admired by visitors from our city and country.
Китая, что вот организовали вот эту, привезли вот эти экспонаты, которым будут сейчас любоваться и знать наши, все гости нашего города и страны.
What do you think their response might be?
Ответ, конечно, это удивляет, что...
Of course, it's astonishing that something created 5,000 years ago is still in demand worldwide. Silk is still widely used in clothing, in everyday life, and it remains a trendsetter. So I think this exhibition inspires admiration and respect for the Chinese people for creating and preserving this culture.
Народу Китая, что они создали и до сих пор поддерживают эту культуру.
So it's from art to life.
Да, абсолютно.
Yeah. Now, China and Kazakhstan are the two countries, together with a few, that are having cultural heritage sites, UNESCO cultural heritage sites, along the ancient Silk Road, the networks of roads. How do you see that part of history can inspire us today?
Вы абсолютно верны.
You're absolutely right about the strong relationship between our countries in various fields, economy, culture, and more. Silk itself is a powerful symbol. It's recognizable. When we speak of the Silk Road, it evokes our long-standing ties with many countries, especially China. Through this image of the Silk Road, we can revive not just trade routes, but also cultural and scientific exchanges. For example, at our request, a tea ceremony was held as part of this exhibition, and before the exhibition opened, we hosted a scholarly conference where researchers exchanged knowledge about our shared historical connections. This is how culture and science help foster mutual understanding.
Исторических взаимосвязях. Это все наука, культура, это как раз-таки и помогает взаимопониманию.
Silk and tea have been popular among Kazakhs since ancient times, and they remain popular today. Tea, in particular, is now an integral part of Kazakh life. Everyone knows that. I'd like to add that last year, our two heads of state agreed to intensify cultural exchanges. As a result, a decision was made to establish a Kazakhstan Cultural Center in Beijing and a Chinese Cultural Center in Kazakhstan. With the support of the ministers of culture of both countries, the center in Beijing is now opening.
Культуры Китая и Казахстана здесь уже открыто, сейчас открывается культурный центр в Пекине.
The Kazakhstan Cultural Center in Beijing will showcase a number of exhibits that will allow visitors to learn more about the history of Kazakhstan. If I am not mistaken, the center is planning to open in September. The two ministers have agreed on that.
Об этом договорились в Китае, в Пекине.
What do you think about the essence of the Kazakh culture that you think the Chinese can better understand through many of your exhibitions and future exchanges?
Ну, каждая цивилизация, она уникальная.
Well, every civilization is unique. If we marvel at China's culture like silk from 5,000 years ago, we also take pride in our ancient heritage, which dates back 3,000 years. Their artifacts like the Golden Man are national symbols for us, embodying animal motifs and our connection to nature. This reflects our identity. When we showcase the Golden Man globally, it sparked great interest.
Вызывает огромный интерес, потому что, ну, то, что я уже сказал.
The specificity of the Kazakhs and our ancestors is that we have always lived in harmony with nature. We didn't try to alter it. In fact, we mostly didn't build cities. We revered nature, totem animals like wolves, tigers, and birds. These images are deeply embedded in our culture. When Chinese viewers see the Golden Man, I believe they can understand our worldview, our love for freedom and for nature, and the values embodied in each image. This is what helps mutual understanding grow.
То есть каждый образ в скифском искусстве, оно показывало определенные символы, ценности, которые мы культивировали. Я думаю, это кто понял, и это вот с пониманием к этому отнесутся.
So the world seems to be more divided, fragmented. How important do you think, as the director of the National Museum, that we can jump out our own little bubble and be able to have these civilization exchanges from the heart?
Особенно сейчас в эпоху глобализации.
A very deep question, especially now in an age of globalization. Every country and civilization is trying to protect its cultural identity. Kazakhstan is no exception. Even China's experience, including this very exhibition, shows how national culture can convey a people's uniqueness. And that helps bring us closer. The Silk Road connects us through both history and culture. The more such exhibitions we hold, the more we get to know each other through history. The Golden Man exhibit in China and the Silk exhibit here are ways we learn about one another. The more open we are, especially in cultural, spiritual, and scientific areas, the closer we become. Through celebrating our national heritage, we can become part of a shared civilization. And equally important is mutual respect and trust between peoples. These are moral principles that allow us to open up, to trust, and to grow together. These moral aspects are just as crucial. Then perhaps we can break out of that shell you mentioned and build true closeness between us.
Которые вы говорили. И вот для сближения это будет способствовать.
Thank you so much, Mr. Director, for your precious time and also for your insights.
Спасибо и вам, что вы вот посетили наш музей, выставку.
Thank you as well for visiting our museum and exhibition. Your appreciation means a lot to us. We hope you'll continue to visit not just the National Museum of Kazakhstan, but other museums as well. We plan to grow our museum to bring in more exhibits and host many more exhibitions. in partnership with museums in China and other countries. This will serve to bring our nations closer together.
И это будет служить служению, сближению наших государств.